All right, so looks like we finished our high poly sculpt. Everything's already named because we took care of that in the beginning. We're at 3.2 million points here. That's a lot. You, that's a that's a whole lot of it's a whole lot of points. We don't want that in the game engine. We just want all this cool detail that we made though. We definitely want all of that. So we're going to bake out some. We're going to bake out some maps. We're going to do that in Substance Painter. We just want the model. So what we can do here, we could actually do some ZBrush decimation. We can do some some ZBrush stuff. Will's going to talk about that in class, but let us just try it anyway, right? So we're going to go to geometry, and under geometry we have an option here to ZRemesher, excuse me. I showed this in class, and so the active points, let me hide everything here, just so we can see what we're working with. And I'm going to go to geometry, go back to ZRemesher here. I'm going to drop this to 2, and just kind of be mindful of our points, and I'm going to hit ZRemesh. And we're just going to let that cook up real nice like. It's always good to when you're decimating and when you're saving, do make sure you do what I did not do. Save. So as soon as this is finished, we'll go over saving here real quick. And perfect. So that dropped. Did that drop? Yeah, that dropped. And I'm going to hit a Shift F. So it looks like that was a little bit too low, but nonetheless, it is ZRemeshed. Let's go back. Before we continue, let's actually save all this. I'm going to click undo history. When that orange is on, that means it's activated, so it's like a switch. I'm going to save this project, call it sword. Let's call it sword. Skip it. Whatever. Save it to my desktop because you know me. I love saving it to my desktop. Let that finish saving. Whew. Okay. I'm going to bump this back up to 5. Let's see what happens when I keep it at 5. It's probably gonna drop to like 7 million. I'm willing to bet. I really want to keep this shape. I just want this to be less. I want less polys, but man, do I not wanna, high poly model here. Now, one thing we'll do just to show you, I'll make a side video here called retopology. Retopology is a basically you're essentially remaking your model, but in a lower poly cage. This is just kind of doing it for you. Let's see. Oof, rough, but better, more manageable. 6 million polys. This could be if you needed something quick. I mean, this could work, right? We also have some decimation options as well. I'm gonna go up here to see plugin. And we got Decimation Master. You always want to pre-process these, and current is what I'm on, which is the sword, or blade, excuse me. So I'm going to pre-process this, and it basically just kind of like gets it ready before I actually decimate it. So I'll show you this here. It's cooking up there, as you can see. Just gonna let that cook some more. And as soon as this is done, we'll check the poly count and the overall wireframe. Here we go, almost done. There we are. Uh-oh. All right, so it's pre-processed. So this allows us to, when we actually decimate it, allows us to actually decimate it easier. So we can decimate this to about 20%, which is 200K polys. Let's see what happens. So it looks like it did decimate here, but yeah, that geometry is terrible. So I'll bump that back up. So that's another way you can do it. We can decimate that even more. Let's go back. Let's do, I don't know. Let's bump it up to 70% here. Let's see what happens. And please skip around this video. Do not just sit here and watch me do this. Just skip around this video and wait for your decimation. Look for the parts here. Look for the parts that you need within this video. That did the opposite way. Let's go back. Let's go 5%. Let's try that. Let's see what kind of results we get. Not terrible. And again, we can take this into Maya, fix it up, but this is a lot of work. And we would probably bring that version in anyway. But when I do my ZRemesh to Maya to substance painter tutorial, which will be separate, still using this blade, we'll go over that in a little bit finer detail. All right.